You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. On today's show, first of all, we're doing things differently. If you haven't noticed, I'm separating my streams out into actual separate streams here on YouTube. We'll talk a little bit about that because there may be some confusion about how it's working. Also, I need to give everyone a big update on stuff going on, sadly, with my detractors. As you know, I don't usually like to give them that much attention unless we're publicly humiliating them. But they're up to no good right now, and I want everyone to be aware of what's happening so that way there's no surprises and no one's confused about things that's happening. There is a directed effort going on right now. In addition to that, as something fun and different today, I've chosen to do a segment where I'm going to react to people who have reacted to me over the years of various stature on various different places. It should definitely be an interesting segment because I've seen like clips or heard of these things before, but I've never actually dove into them. So today we're going to do that and we're going to chill and have a good time on the Level 1 podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo! Because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Oh!
Alrighty, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of September, 2024. I'm DSP and I welcome you here to the Level 1 podcast. Today's stream, and both streams actually, is all about Terry Bogard, the brand new character released in Street Fighter 6. I'll be covering him very thoroughly today, just like I have covered M. Bison, Akuma, and other DLC characters in the past. But you might say, wait a minute. Something's different around here, especially if you're here live. If you're watching this on demand, you probably would know the difference. But for those live, for the first time ever, I have set up my streams to be 3 separate streams. Okay? It used to be the first stream would have a thumbnail and a title basically describing whatever the first game is that I'm going to play. However, I wouldn't get to that game till around 1 p.m. Pacific time. So people tuning in earlier may be like, I don't get it. Like, what is this? Where is the game? I thought this was supposed to be a game stream. So then I started titling everything a little differently so that basically you would know that there's a podcast before the game stream. But again, if you're just looking at the stats of the video, the thumbnail and the description, it would even say the name of the game and everything. So a lot of people, over time have been giving me some different advice. And over the last couple of days, we were actually reading my suggestions box. And in the suggestion box, someone said, Phil, instead of just doing one stream for multiple pieces of content in the beginning of your day, why don't you have separate streams? Why don't you do a stream for the podcast, then a stream for the first game, then a stream for the second game? And much like you do on Sundays, you can link each stream to lead you to the next one. So this way, you can mark off, oh, I'm only interested in the podcast today, but not in Street Fighter. So you say, oh, notify me when the podcast starts. Or maybe you're not interested in the podcast, but you are interested in Street Fighter. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and mark this one off, right? You can do that now. And that's cool. Now, there's been some concern because the way that I do my streams is I stream, and then when the stream goes offline, I make that stream private. So you can't see the archived stream. But the reason I do that is because I record locally, and I split my streams up into parts that are sectioned, and then I upload them immediately to the channel as on-demand videos. Most people don't do that. Most people who stream on YouTube, they just leave an archive up, and you just watch the whole thing. It's bloated because it'll have intro music and breaks included, and I don't want that for my on-demand viewers. I want it to be nicely sectioned off so that, so that you can easily watch each part. And I've been doing that forever. Like literally since the beginning of me being a YouTuber, I've done it that way. But some people are expressing some concern. One person actually said it earlier in the stream chat before I had started. They said, usually what would happen is I would miss the live podcast, but Phil would be broadcasting later, and I would just rewind his live stream and watch the podcast, and I really liked it that way. Now I'm not going to be able to do that because he's doing 3 separate streams. He's going to private them right away. Actually, no, I'm not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my podcast stream like we're doing right now, okay? When this goes offline, we're all going to head over to the gameplay stream, and we're going to do stuff there. I'm going to leave the podcast stream visible for now. So people who want to watch it quickly on demand during the day can do so. And then later in the day, I will private both the podcast stream and the first gameplay stream, and then I will upload all of those videos as separate uploads. So there you go. I'm basically trying to do it like the best of every single way to do it. I'm listening to feedback. I'm trying to keep improving here and doing what you guys think is best. And I hope that this works. You guys give me your feedback today. It's our first day doing this and testing it out to see if it works. And if it works, great, right? If not, if we need to go back to the old way, we can. But at least this way, the streams make sense. Podcast stream, gameplay stream, instead of just one giant amalgamated stream of podcast and gameplay. That's not clear what it is. And then another stream at night. So let me know what you think. I would like to know. Give me your feedback over the course of today. I hope this works because now, I really do feel like a lot of the times the podcast audience is a separate audience from the gameplay. It really depends on the game, right? Today, very much, many of you who are here watching the podcast live now may not give a crap about Street Fighter later, so you don't want to stick around for it, and now it's okay because it's not the same stream. You see? So there you go. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens here. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Level 1 podcast. It's a big change, I know, but let's see how it rolls, all right? Okay, now, let's talk about the first segment here, folks. This is an important one, all right? I don't usually like to address detractors unless they've done something stupid and I can make fun of them, like felting the duty or, looking at a super crazy and putting a jacket on him. But in this case, there's some stuff going on that I need to make everyone aware of because I want it to be clear what's going on. There's no misconceptions. There's no confusion or anything like that, okay? So basically what's going on right now is the trolls, the detractors, are making a concerted effort to basically crap on absolutely everything, all right? What I mean by that is in the last 24 hours, they've made insane amounts of sock accounts. They're downvoting all the content. They're making a ridiculous amount of videos. And you might say, well, what is going on right now? I don't get it. Has anything horrible happened? Did Phil make a big mistake and now everyone's, turning on him? No. What happened is the King's streak ended again. All right? And it's not shocking that it did. The last time the King streak ended was when I was playing Astrobot. So guess when the King streak ended this time? Astrobot. Okay? Listen, Astrobot is a good game. Don't get me wrong. The graphics are great. The controls are good. The music is outstanding. It's got fun platforming elements. But you heard what I just said. Fun platforming elements. It's a platformer. Okay? In 2024, platformers don't get a lot of attention. Even Mario games are hard to get attention on. I mean, last fall, I played Super Mario Wonder, and that was hard to get people to tune into, and I forced myself to finish it, despite the fact that I had lost my viewership and my support for that game. Nobody really cared about it, all right? People come out to see me play certain genres. Fighting games when they're fresh and new. FromSoft style, Souls-like games that are very challenging. Shooters, online competition, right? Stuff like that. Horror games. Absolutely, people love it whenever I'm playing a horror game. There are certain genres that they click with an audience, and you can get people to show up and engage and support, right? There are certain genres that I particularly like, but they don't necessarily translate into big views or big support. Definitely platformers is one. I would say JRPGs is definitely another one right now. I mean, with RPG Overload earlier this year, you saw for sure what happened. Even a big high-profile game like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I couldn't get attention for it on my streams. That's just the audience I have, right? The other thing that's happening is Kino Casino has been gone for about a month now. They actually went on vacation about a month ago. And there's been no crossover. There's been no talk, no hype. So the Kino Casino audience is basically kind of in hibernation, right? For a while, they were so excited. They were coming over watching my content, but then it kind of fizzles out without the prospect of any kind of like crossover events or anything going on. Now, I do have things in the works. I may have an interview this Thursday. I'm actually appearing on a Cultaholic show tomorrow. Over the course of October, I'm trying to alternate. What I'm looking to do is maybe try to have a more calm guest that's not like a super hyped person, but then maybe have a more hyped person on the show. So I am working on it, but the problem is I also got to keep up with all my other content, i.e. games. And if I'm going to keep up with games, it means I just don't have time to be doing all this other kind of content. I have to try to balance it, and I'm really trying right now. I'm telling you guys, but it's hard, all right? So what's happening is some days I'm getting a bigger audience, more hype, more support, and then other days it's fizzling out, and that's okay. I want you guys to understand something. For 41 straight streams, I was hitting a giant support goal. Then another 12 streams, then another 6. So like in the last 50 to 60 streams I've done, 3 days I didn't hit goals. And even the days I didn't hit goals, it was still good. It wasn't like, oh, the stream made $1. No, it was just we didn't hit the giant goal, right? So this is not a big deal. But if you're tracking it and hyping it and everyone's like, oh, the streak, which a lot of people are doing, they get so crazy for it, right? Then what ends up happening is people make it out like everything is the end of the world. Like this is the end of, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, doom and gloom, the sky is falling. And this is exactly what the detractors, of course, want, is they want to make it out like no one cares about Darkside Phil, everything's, dead and gone. And it's not. That's not the case. It's just I'm playing a platformer for the 5th time and people are burned out on the platformer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, last night, Marvel vs. Capcom Collection. I've now played that game a lot. You're not really seeing much new. I mean, you're seeing me kick ass in it, but it's really the same thing again. So it's just not a big deal, right? So people aren't going to show up and go crazy for it. That is true because Daniel just said in the chat, at least you're honest about your goals, unlike some other streamers like Ethan Rel. I would never lie about hitting a goal. There's no point. It shoots me in the foot to lie about hitting a goal. So if I don't hit it, I don't hit it. If we hit it, we do. But it's not the end of the world. But the detractors are treating it like it is the end of the world. What are they doing? Well, number one, they've literally flooded my channel with downvotes. In the last 24 hours, they went on every single video that I've uploaded and they gave it like hundreds of downvotes, which is silly because I never get hundreds of downvotes. But you can see it's a concerted effort. They came in here with their bot accounts and they're just downvoting all the videos. What they don't realize is that it doesn't affect anything. But they're just stupid. They think it does, right? So what I would say is if you're watching content on my channel and you like it, please give it a like. Yes, the engagement you have given me over the last month and a half to 2 months has helped tremendously. But it's petered out a bit because, again, the crossover events aren't happening. So I'm not getting that new viewership from Kino Casino anymore. Maybe if I play new games, maybe when they come back, if we do some more stuff together, then it will come back. But I knew it wasn't going to last forever, right? I wasn't going to suddenly adopt their entire audience. That was never going to happen. So it's not a big deal at all. Don't worry about downvotes on videos because some people still look at them and it doesn't matter, okay? But I just want to let you know that's happening. That's number one. Number two, no exaggeration, they're going out of their way to try to cause problems for anyone positive. So I'm going to show you something right here that just happened last night, okay? So this is, hold on, because I still have the art there. This just happened. You might say, well, what is this? I don't understand what you're showing us. And by the way, let me make my camera bigger. Very small because I was playing fighting games last night. Here we go. So this is something that was sent to someone who bought something nice for my pet cat Jasper off of that Throne website. If you go throne.com/DarksidePhil, I had put up some things on there for my kitty Jasper. I said, hey, if anyone wants to buy him some treats or toys, you can. So some people did. One person bought like some treats and another person bought some little spring toys, which just arrived. And FYI, I gave one to Jasper this morning. He chased it all over the house and I was eating breakfast. And then after a while, he was like walking by. I said, Jasper, where'd the spring go? It's gone. We have no idea where it went. He probably pushed it into a corner or it went under something, but it's okay because no lie, it's a pack of 30 that got sent. It was like like a $4 for a pack of 30 spring toys. I don't think we're going to be running out anytime soon. So by the way, thank you to those who did do that for Jasper Kitty. He really likes the burst treats. I gave some to him on stream yesterday and he's playing with the toys. Okay. But anyway, sadly, here's what's happened. when someone uses the site, okay, basically it shows publicly someone who bought something for somebody else. So my detractors are going to the two people who bought stuff for Jasper Kitty on Throne and doing shit like this. Do you see what this is? This is fake. I didn't make this. This is a detractor made an account trying to impersonate me. And they sent this to the person who bought like a $5 bag of treats for Jasper Kitty and says, oh, thank you for helping Jasper Kitty. This would help the stream a lot. A $2,000 PC. Like, what? I did not ask for anyone for a $2,000 PC, right? And so what they're doing is they're trying to fool people. And this is not just here. I've heard that they're trying to go around now and impersonate me on different places and things and fool people into thinking that I said things I didn't say and I'm asking for things I'm not asking for. That's fucked up. I mean, that's identity theft and impersonation, and it's malicious. Okay? So don't believe any of this shit if you see it. It's not true. It's bullshit. Okay? This is, again, they've actually gotten together in the last 24 hours because the king streak ended, and they're making a concerted effort to try to do fucked up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, please be careful about what you believe on the internet. No, I'm not going around asking people for PCs. I'm not saying malicious things to people anywhere. It's not me. It's the detractors trying to fucking, make me look bad. All right? So all this stuff is going on, and I just want to make you aware. Here's the deal. All right? The stream likely will come back. The streak likely will come back, and the streak likely will end again. And it'll come back, and it'll end again. We may get different suggestions on how to adjust goals, how to adjust tracking, how to do things so that it works better, right? I'm open to all of those, all right? I'm incredibly grateful that the streak lasted as long as it did, but I don't see the point in every single day freaking out if we're not hitting the streak. It's good if we hit the goal. If we hit that goal, that's tremendous. That's a sign of huge success. Yes, we're sticking it to my detractors. Why do you think right now they're celebrating so hard? Because for 2 months, they've been crying about how I've been doing so well. And now literally one day, I didn't hit the goal. And now they're rejoicing like this is the end of Darkside Phil. That's how insanely stupid they fucking are, right? So, let's go ahead and progress normally. We're going to have fun today. We're going to have all kinds of good stuff going on. And please support if you can. So FYI, because I want to make this clear as well. This goal is going to be twice a day. The first time we're running it is between the podcast and the first gameplay stream. And the second time we're running it is for the late stream. This is not a 3 times a day goal. It's not, oh, this goal is for the podcast. Then we reset it for the gameplay stream. Then we reset it again for the night stream. We're not doing that. It's going to be just like it was before. Just because I set up 3 separate streams doesn't mean that there's going to be 3 separate goals or anything like that. I don't want anyone to get a misconception here of how it's running. That it's still going to be how it was, okay? So, if you like the content, please support it. All right? We actually have a shout out I'm going to do in a moment. Right now, we have almost 400 people on the show. Let's get some likes. We got 59 likes. Remember, engagement is key on YouTube. By liking this stream, you are helping tremendously with engagement, and people are able to find my content on YouTube for the first time in years. Let's keep that rolling. Let's get some support. Our first supporter for today is The Villain, who did a $5 super chat and asks, is it possible to put it members only after a few days of being uploaded, full-length podcast and gameplay? I mean, The Villain, if I did that, I mean, then you're basically kind of like making it confusing because there's 2 versions of the same thing on the channel. Why would you want the stream to be members only when the video is already live, broken out? Like, for example, this podcast right now, correct? Later today, this will be available as an on-demand video. So why do you want it to be a members-only stream? I'm confused about that. Because then it would be up twice. You'd have the archive stream of the Level 1 podcast, and then you have the episode on demand of the Level 1 podcast in the playlist, and you'd be like, huh? Right? It would be so confusing. So, I don't think that makes sense, but if you have a reason to explain why that would make sense, let me know, okay? FYI, a couple other things. There's literally a bunch of sock accounts in chat right now. I'm trying to figure out who they are, but all of a sudden, all at once, an insane amount of new accounts show up in the chat for the very first time, and they're all talking similarly. You know it's a bunch of socks. So I got to keep an eye on this today. And I basically have to get rid of, like right now, there's a person right there. There they are. I already blocked one sock, and then they're back in with another, so I just got rid of them. We got to do what we can here. You know, we got to try to maintain, and it sucks because these people are all coming in all together, right? Doing the same shit at the same time. It's like, what a bunch of annoying assholes. So please be aware of that. There will be morons here on the stream doing nonsense, and we'll try to moderate them as we can. Because again, all the detractors are out in force today because they're so celebrating that the streak ended yesterday, right? So it is what it is. So thank you to the villain. You're the first super chatter of the day, so of course you're the top. Oops, I put you as the top tipper. I meant to put you as the top super chatter. That's my fault. Let's fix that. So you are the top super chatter of the day. We do not have any tips as of now. Who will be the first tipper? Let's get the first tip in on the stream and get that rolling. The villain is the first super chatter of the day. Who will be the person to unseat the villain from the throne of being the top super chatter of the day? Let's find out. And again, let's get some likes. We're at 69 likes and climbing. We're almost 400 viewers. Let's get that to 100 likes ASAP. All right? All right. So, one other thing that people are asking me now. Am I going to react to the state of play? No. I'm playing Street Fighter today. I'm not dropping everything I'm doing at 3 p.m. to react to the Sony state of play. Chances are the Sony state of play will be mostly bloat, and then there'll be one or two interesting things. I will get caught up on it, and I will eventually talk about it. But I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow because tomorrow I'm appearing on the Cultaholic Desert Island Graph Show. And I'm recording for that during the time I would normally do my show. And I'm not doing a podcast because we're just going to do gameplay tomorrow. Okay? Thursday, I may or may not be doing a podcast. It depends on if I can get a guest. I have a guest that may or may not be available Thursday morning. If they are, that's what I'm doing. And there's no podcast. That's a normal podcast on Thursday morning. So let me put it this way. Do you actually realistically think anything important is going to happen during that state of play? Really? It's only 30 minutes long, but they're covering over 20 games. They literally can't give more than 60 seconds to any particular game during the state of play. Do you think there'll be anything of major interest? No, it's not going to be a big event. And if there is a few things here or there, I'll cover them over the course of the week. Okay? Okay. So I think I've covered everything. We talked about the asshole detractors, correct? We talked about state of play. All right. After this podcast ends, I'm covering Terry Bogard, the new DLC character in Street Fighter 6, all day long. It's going to be going into training mode, testing him out, doing his trials and tutorials, doing some basic bread and butter strategies and combos, going to casual play, playing with him there for a bit, and then going to ranked. And that's all day, okay? I'm going to try to learn the character, going to try to utilize him, see if he's good or not. And if I like the character, probably try to take him to master. Now, I don't know if I'm going to like the character and want to take him to master or not. I have no idea. I haven't touched him yet. I know Terry Bogard because I used him in King of Fighters and Fatal Fury many, many years as I used to play those fighting games. But how will he translate into Street Fighter, I don't know. He might be great. He might suck. You know, I don't know exactly how it's going to work. So, let's see what happens. And let's go from there. I'm excited for Terry today. Hopefully it's a solid day. Maybe I like the character. I do well with him. We get him some good placement matches and good rankings. And hopefully we get good engagement and good support and everyone likes the streams. I hope so. I can't make people like Street Fighter 6, but I certainly hope that we'll get that hype level and we'll get people coming by to hang out and see me learn a character and try him out. All right? So again, the things you could do, like the streams, super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, and tips. They're all appreciated. All of the super chats, super stickers, and tips count towards the goal. Let's hit the goal. Let's get it back. Because guess what? If we hit this goal, all the detractors all of a sudden have nothing to talk about again. They're just back to their usual bullshit, making stuff up because they're fucking losers. Okay? So let's do it. I got my first tip of the day. Let's take a look here. I got a $2 tip, and someone says, can you indicate how YouTube Premium watch hours is visible to you as a metric of engagement with the channel and monetary support? I don't think it breaks out very well. Let me take a look. So if I go into I'm on my page right now, my YouTube Studio app. And if I go to something like analytics, okay? And if I go to, I'm trying to remember how you see this. I think if you go to the revenue tab, and if you go to Let me look here. I think if you go to, is it ads? Is it, there's a way it breaks out somewhere, but I don't remember where it will actually say YouTube Premium. I'm looking at, this is ads. That's not doing it. There is a way. Is it I don't think it's audience. I'm pretty sure it's not audience. I think it breaks it out by. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've seen the statistic before. Okay, I've definitely seen the statistic before. I just don't know where it is. I can't find it on the mobile studio app. It very well may be broken out differently in the actual stats of the channel. Here, if I go to analytics here, let me see if I can quickly find it here. Probably not, but so I'm in analytics, and let's see here. So would it be if I go to revenue and I go down to where does it break it out? I know it used to break it out. I've seen the statistic before. But they keep changing this shit. Like, no lie, this looks completely different than it just did like a month or two ago. They changed all the page. So because they changed the page, I can't... There's nothing on here for me to look at that. All I can see is ads. Yeah, because they changed it to all videos, shorts, and live, which is terrible. Yeah, it's that I don't think it breaks it out anymore. Unless you know how to find it, I don't think they break it out anymore. All it says is watch page ads, short feeds ads, memberships, super chats, and then also it breaks it down per what's on your videos, what's on your shorts, what's on your live streams. But it doesn't actually have the premium listed anymore for some reason. And it used to. I know for a fact it used to say YouTube premium revenue. So you could see statistically if you make a good amount of money from people who are YouTube premium viewers or not. But I think they removed it. I'm almost positive they removed the statistic. Maybe because they didn't want people knowing that data anymore. I don't know. I think it's messed up how YouTube changes stuff that you could be using. Very important data that you could absolutely be using to track the performance of your work or your business, and they just change it on a whim. And then you're like, well, I don't know. I literally don't know now how I'm doing. And there's no way for me to even tell because it's just not there. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you that info. It's literally not listed anymore. And I know for a fact it used to be listed. There used to be a YouTube premium statistic, and they removed it for some odd reason. So thank you to the $2 tipper, the first tipper of the day. I'm sorry I can't answer you. I would love to. I know for a fact it helps, okay? I just don't know realistically how much, and I don't know how many people are YouTube Premium subscribers. For example, the way that YouTube Premium works, okay? If you're a YouTube Premium subscriber and you're sitting on a content creator's channel and you're watching their videos, but there's no ads because you're a YouTube Premium subscriber, they still get paid as if you were watching ads all along. So if this live stream, I don't know, had an ad playing every 15 minutes, which I don't know how often YouTube plays them. And let's say that this live stream lasts an hour and a half. So that would have been the equivalent of around 6 ads. If you have YouTube Premium, technically I should be paid as if you watched 6 ads on this stream. But is there realistically any way to actually prove that? I don't think so. Like, how would I prove it, right? How would YouTube prove it? It's just you got to, like, take their word for it. And we all know how trustworthy YouTube is, right? So I wish I could break it down. And you know, again, I know for a fact that statistic used to exist. And now here I am looking at all my analytics and I don't see it anywhere. So who knows where they put it, where they hit it, if it even exists. You know what I mean? I don't know. Dick Jones says your AdSense for YouTube account may have it. Maybe, but that's a whole different thing. And by the way, that doesn't actually break down statistics, I don't think, individually for like pages either. I think that's just like one general AdSense that it just amalgamates all the income into one pile and then pays you monthly. Anyway, so sorry to the $2 tipper that I can't answer yet. I tried. So that's what we got. We got one super chat and one tip so far today, guys. Let's get the support rolling. You know, I'm going to give you a live shout out when you support the stream during the podcast. Looks like we actually got a member as well, but I'm not sure who. Someone became a member, but didn't pop their message, so I don't know who it is. But thank you, whoever became a member today. We're at 82 likes. Let's get that up to 100 likes, guys. If you're here and you're enjoying this podcast, please click like. This helps for engagement a ton on YouTube, so please do so. All right, we're now going to move on to our next topic, okay? And our next topic today is essentially how people on the internet have reacted to me. And what I mean by that is, over the years, people hear of the name Darkside Phil, and then they watch a clip, and then they react in some way. Now, I'm going to be honest, I do feel like 99% of the time when people react to me on the internet, they're reacting to an out-of-context, already negatively spun detractor video. Case in point, you're going to see right here, this big viral clip that went viral a year ago for me playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is literally an out-of-context clip that makes me look like a buffoon, right? Not to say that I'm a super genius. I'm not. But that's basically how this happens all the time, okay? By the way, thank you to Dick Jones. Dick Jones just gifted 5 memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Dick Jones, and everyone who gets a gifted membership, please enjoy. Remember, you're going to get emotes, a chat crown badge, and you get to ignore slow mode in the chat. So thank you, Dick Jones, for supporting. I really appreciate that. Okay, so first of all, let's watch the clip. All right, this is a clip from a year ago, and now people are still referencing it today. You can see this is someone who reposted it September 20th. So here we go. Ready? Let's watch this clip. To magically know what we're doing, even though the game has absolutely no explanation for anything.
I see.
I can't grab the platform.
Yeah.
Is it a pressure plate? Right? If I put all the balls in here, does it weigh it down enough that that opens the door? I mean, that's a lot of tedious work. Why would we do it that way?
Oh.
Right? What is the puzzle here? Why do we even need this thing?
Yeah.
For the record, I have no idea if this is what we're supposed to be doing.
I guess all of them need to be in there, maybe? Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna put all of them in there anyways. You probably just grab them one by one, huh?
Is there even a point to this, like, besides weight? Right? I don't know.
That would be lame. That's not the point.
Huh? What? I didn't do anything.
Lord, here's finished.
That's great. But I didn't even do anything. Oh my god. Yo, this is great. That's a funny clip. That's hilarious. All right, let's keep going.
I don't have
Wait.
OCD.
Spacebar does pause even on Twitter. Okay, good.
It's just, sometimes you just want to get them all in there.
Clip that one, you sons of bitches. Wow, that was a really ingeniously thought out puzzle, wasn't it? That was one that I definitely needed to use all of my facilities and all of my IQ to figure this one out. The one that it literally solved it fucking self. Yes, it did. Here you go. Made a bridge that didn't allow the balls to push the button. But there's a limit to the amount of things you can attach. When the limit is surpassed, old attachments undo themselves. When DSP's bridge fell apart, the balls fell into place. There you go. Except it doesn't make sense because you're saying there's a bridge, but the balls were also on the pressure plate. So the balls already had weight and were on the pressure plate, but the game's engine, for some odd reason, thought, oh, because they're on a bridge, now it has less weight. No, it doesn't. It still has the same weight. If the balls are on the pressure plate, whether they're attached or not as a bridge, they still have the same weight. So they would still be weighing the pressure plate down and it still would have activated. But the game had a mechanic where because they were in a bridge, somehow that was alleviating the weight, which doesn't make sense. I could see if the balls were completely above the pressure plate. Let's say here's the pressure plate down here, and they're just in a bridge across, not touching the plate. Fair enough. But they were clearly touching the plate. The plate was weighing down. It just wasn't giving enough weight for some reason, right? So I think the point of this clip is that what they're trying to say is, oh, look, this person who's a VTuber said, I can build a vehicle that can push all the balls into the room that'll weigh down this pressure plate, and that'll solve the puzzle. Phil is too dumb to do that, so he literally just connected all the balls and threw them in there, and then eventually they auto-disconnected because he was attaching too much shit, and then it solved the puzzle anyway, but he's too dumb to realize how the puzzle worked. No, I understood how the puzzle worked. It's called weighing the pressure plate. The point I was making was it didn't make sense because all the balls were already on it, and it didn't solve it, and then it did with the same amount of balls. So, no, what you're saying is invalid, okay? Their argument in this clip is actually completely invalid. It has the same weight whether it's a bridge or not. It was sitting on the pressure plate. Somehow, when the balls detached from themselves, they had more weight and triggered the puzzle. That doesn't make sense, okay? Now, you can argue the VTuber did better than me. Yeah, they did. They figured out the vehicle should just push all the balls in there, right? That I'll agree with. But at the same time, there's something you need to understand about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is why out of context clips like this make no sense. This game, you could do the challenges in any order. These are open world challenges you find in the world, and you could do them in any order in any direction, right? This isn't like, oh, you did one, and then you get to the next one progressively, and then you do the next one progressively. I literally could have ran into this challenge early in the game, while the VTuber ran into it later, already having a better understanding of the fusion and building mechanics. And the first thing that comes to their mind is, let's build a vehicle, because I've done it a bunch of times before. This might have been like the first time that I saw something like that and was like, oh, I don't even realize that you can build vehicles and stuff. So the clip is completely out of context. It doesn't make any sense, but it's meant and edited to make it look like I'm a dunce so you can laugh at me, right? And this is literally how the internet has treated me for a very long time. Let's do everything completely out of context, not explain how the game works to make Phil look stupid. And then we all laugh at him because he said he's the worst gamer on the planet. Ha ha ha. No, you're disingenuous. You're a fucking piece of shit because you misrepresented, right? The one argument you can make is that creating a vehicle to push the balls is way more creative than just connecting the balls and throwing them on the plate. You're absolutely right. I brute forced it. They finessed it. Sure, I will absolutely give you that. But to say that I'm a dunce and let's laugh at Phil because he's so stupid, I'm not stupid in this clip at all. You don't even know at what point in the fucking game I'm doing this puzzle. This could have been my second puzzle in the playthrough, while this was their next to last. So there's absolutely no validity to the clip whatsoever, and whoever made it and edited it like that, you can kiss my hairy ass because you're a fucking piece of shit. Okay. Seriously. Oh, by the way, we all know I don't look up solutions. I don't ask for help. I'm figuring it out on the fly myself. I don't know who this VTuber is, and I'm not saying that they do, but again, it's not an apples to apples comparison. You don't know what their methodology is for playing the game. Have they watched someone else play the game, and then they recreate the puzzle solution, or are they doing it genuinely? You don't know. So again, you can't fucking say this shit in context. There's no context here. It's an out-of-context clip to make me look bad. That's what people do. They create out-of-context clips, and they say, haha, Phil's stupid, right? I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm not. I suck a lot of the time. I do. By the way, here's the other funny part about this clip. I want you to watch something here, okay? Let's start right from the beginning. Here's my clip. It has absolutely no explanation for anything. Now, here's the VTuber. Super clear. Okay, so why do you think my clip is fuzzy and looks like shit, and the VTuber's clip is super clear? Because they didn't take my clip. They took it from a detractor channel. They went to a channel that already takes all my shit out of context at a degraded quality, and then they edited it into their own video, but they took nice quality footage of the VTuber, nice and clear, because they took it from the VTuber's real content. Do you see how fucking ingenuous this shit is? No one watched my original fucking content at all. Instead, they went to right to the detractor with the fuzzy shit quality because they stole it from my channel, and that's what they use for their fucking funny clip. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. You're brain dead. You're living for the memes, right? The meme isn't real. You invented the meme. You literally created the meme from taking things out of context. When explained in context, well, then this clip doesn't really have much validity. Correct. It doesn't. None of them do. That's the point, okay? Now let's watch another one, because this one might actually be true. I'm going to be honest about this one. This one might actually be true. I cannot lockpick for shit in Oblivion. It was like the bane of my existence in Oblivion. I was trying to lockpick in this game, and I couldn't fucking lockpick to save my life. I kept breaking lockpicks over and over. So let's see. I don't know, because I haven't watched this yet. So let's actually see this one, which, by the way, this clip got 3.1 million views on Twitter. And it's for a playthrough that's like 2 years old, right? I did Oblivion a couple years ago, right? All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay, are you ready? Fuck. Fuck. What the fuck? Dude. This system is complete shit. It really is. Look. It's the worst lockpick system I've ever seen in any game. Why the fuck? It was all the way up there. It doesn't make any sense. The system doesn't make sense. Okay, here we go. Ready? Fuck. Fuck. What the fuck? Dude. Keep in mind, hold on. Oh, now this one doesn't pause. This one doesn't pause with spacebar for some reason. I don't get it. You tell me, because the other one paused with spacebar. I don't know. So again, a couple things here. All right. There's a couple things. Number one, I don't know at what point in my Oblivion playthrough this is. Keep in mind, I never actually played Oblivion in any context, like fully. I'd only played it a few hours on Xbox 360, and then my Xbox 360 red ringed, so I never went back. And then years ago, I tried to play it on PC, but people found it very boring. This was my third attempt to play Oblivion, and the first time I'd ever legitimately given it like a big go. And it seems to me, because this is lock level easy, and I'm not doing it, this is probably the beginning of the game, right? This is probably an earlier chest, and I'm trying to figure out how it works, and I have no concept. And probably people in the chat are probably trying to explain it to me. It says I was level 3. There you go. Butter says it says you were level 3. So this is the very beginning of the game. I don't know what I'm doing, right? I've never done this before. I'm just trying to find. And by the way, this lockpicking system is confusing. It's nothing like a lockpicking system in any other game. I've never played a video game that had lockpicking like this before, including all the other Bethesda games don't have it. After this one, they changed the lockpicking system completely to be different, and it's much more easy and intuitive after this. So this is very difficult, all right? Now, here's the thing. I actually like this video. I think it's funny. This, no exaggeration, the hardest thing in Oblivion for me was lockpicking. It wasn't the combat, it wasn't exploration, it wasn't puzzle solving, it wasn't traveling, it wasn't looting, it was literally, it was the lockpicking. This was the toughest thing for me in the whole playthrough. So, this clip, although it's out of context, okay, it's still funny, and I like this clip. Now, here's what I don't like about the clip. Gee, do you see anything here whatsoever about me or my Twitter or my YouTube channel? No, I'll just make this clip making fun of Phil that he doesn't know how to lockpick in Oblivion, but give him absolutely no credit for it. So that way no one can actually, like, go to his channel, right? That's that, you know. Gee, thanks. I always love it when people make fun of me, get 3 million views on their tweet, 35,000 likes, but you don't credit me with it, so no one goes to my channel to check it out, right? Gee, thanks a lot, Arc509. Really appreciate that. You know, you couldn't just do me a solid and say, they call me DSP here, especially because of the fact that now people actually know who I am. They're enjoying my content. You know what I mean? And here you go. Here's everyone insulting me. DSP from Bracken's Prime is still some of the funniest gaming content ever. That's a nice comment. Actually, someone who's being nice, right? Some people say it's the best. Some people say it's the worst. This clip is real. This happened to me, and I immediately deleted the game and went back to Skyrim. So the only issue I have, I actually like this clip. I think it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable clip. I just wish you would actually credit me. Just tag me in the clip. That's going to get 3 million views. So maybe 2 people will come over to my content and check me out. Now, by the way, you may say, why does Phil have people blocked like this on Twitter? Do you want to know why? Because this person's blocked. Here's why. Because this person has an account that's full of all kinds of fucking, like, porn and sexual content. I'm serious. Like, you look at their timelines and shit. I hate to say it, most of the people with these kind of avatars, their accounts are full of that shit. It's like perverted shit. So if I don't have it blocked, all of a sudden they start tweeting me, and then my entire timeline is people posting up perverted shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to see this on my business account. So I have to block them. I don't want to, but I have to block them so I don't have my shit filled up. You know what this reminds me of too? Review Tech USA. Like, the reason I actually blocked Review Tech USA on Twitter originally is because he would tweet me. And I'd be like, I don't care if he tweets me some nonsense. I'm not stupid. I don't take it seriously. My entire timeline would then be all of his followers posting up disgusting shit. Fucking dudes with no shirts on, sucking cucumber, nasty shit. I don't want this in my fucking business timeline. So I have to block people. I don't want to, but I have to. Okay? So there you go. Listen, actually, I have no issue. This is not out of context, I would say. And I think it is representative of how difficult that lockpicking thing is. But I am upset that you couldn't even put @TheyCallMeDSP in your tweet. So I get nothing out of it, right? You get your 3 million views, you get your laugh, you get your engagement farming off of my content, by the way. But I get nothing out of it, right? Gee, that seems fair, doesn't it? Anyway. Moving on. I'm debating what to watch next. I have a few here. So this is just so stupid. Destiny reacts to DSP, reacting to Vosh, reacting to Valuetainment, reacting to minimum wage increases. What? 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 I just have to watch this one. This sounds so mind-blowing to me, right? This sounds so it's reacting to reacting to reacting to reacting to the reaction of the reaction. Like, what the fuck is this mess? What a mess, right? So it's only a minute. I'll watch it. But by the way, guys, we're at 98 likes. Let's hit 100 likes. We have over 400 viewers. Let's hit 100 likes today. And guys, let's get some support going. Right now, we have 1 super chat and 1 tip. Let's get some support on the stream. All right, let's get someone to unseat the villain as the top super chatter, and someone beat this $2 anonymous tip. All right? All right, so let's take a look at this. Reacting to the reacting of the reacting to the reacting. For the record, I think I vaguely remember reacting to this, but I don't remember actually what it is. So here we go.
I mean, they're forcing it through. We can't vote in it. Yeah, we did vote. It was called the 2020 presidential election. We voted.
Norway doesn't have a minimum wage. There's a lot of countries that don't have a minimum wage. They just trust the fact that the business owner is going to take care of the employee.
No, they don't trust the business. Wait. I mean, they're forcing it through. We can't vote in it. Yeah, we did vote. It was called the 2020 presidential election. We voted.
Norway doesn't have a minimum wage. There's a lot of countries that don't have a minimum wage. They just trust the fact that the business owner is going to take care of the employee.
No, they don't trust the business owner. They have unions that fight for workers' rights. Dude, what a bootlicking cuck piece of oh yeah, and in the Nordic countries, you have.
This is crazy because, like, you guys didn't hear what I said who were on the stream. I was like, if this guy's a point where he wants to criticize the guy who's basically saying he doesn't like the high minimum wage or whatever, that's fine. But, like, he's just completely, like, insulting the guy and attacking him. Can't you just be like, no, you're wrong because of this, this, and this? Why is he being, like, so offensive towards the guy, right?
Them, and they just trust the work, and of course the business owners in their absolute kindness and.
Is this how it's done? Am I supposed to, if I'm watching this, am I supposed to go? Hold on, you know what? Let's do it. Ready? How do we do this? Settings. Here we go. Playback speed. 1 point. Hold on. Let's do it. You ready? So this is how you're supposed to react on the internet. Here we go. Ready?
I mean, they're forcing it through. We can't vote in it. Yeah, we did vote. It was called the 2020 presidential election. We voted.
Norway doesn't have a minimum wage. There's a lot of countries that don't have a minimum wage. They just trust
Oh,
the fact that the business owner is going to take care of the employee.
No, they don't trust the business.
Hey, what? Who? What? Oh, wait, pause. I paused. I said something. Now we go again.
You're forcing it through. We can't vote in it. Yeah, we did vote. It was called the 2020 presidential election. We voted.
Yes, we did.
They don't have a minimum wage. They just trust the fact that the business owners pay their employees.
No, they don't trust the business owner. They have unions that fight for workers' rights. Dude, what a bootlicking.
Let's do it.
piece
Ha!
of- Oh yeah, and in the countries, you have.
It's crazy. Like, I said who on the screen. What?
This guy's appointed
Who?
to criticize the guy who's basically
How?
like the high minimum wage waiver. That's fine, but like he's just completely like insulting the guy and attacking him. Can't you just be like, no, you're wrong because of this, this, and this? Why is he being like so offensive towards the guy, right?
Them, and they just trust the work, and of course the business owners, in their absolute kindness and gratitude, just provide them $20 an hour. Come the on, bro.
And minimum wage and they're socialists. What does that make America?
Super social.
I don't know.
Communist.
Put the two together. It is what it is. So
Why would you have anything to make this guy? Holy, this guy's so incredibly low IQ. How do you demonstrate? How do you demonstrate in just 1 minute and 16
What
seconds?
the
that you're
fuck?
legally allowed to get a driver's
Yo!
Jesus.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We just watched an entire clip and Destiny didn't say anything. We watched the whole clip. We watched the whole clip and he said nothing at all. And that's the clip? No, this is not Destiny Reacts. He didn't react. He stood there. He was messing with the video speed. And they made that a clip? Yo, who's this clipper? You suck. This clipper sucks. Yeah, this guy sucks ass. He made a clip with no reaction. Yo, that is as bad as me doing an unboxing to Final Fantasy 13 and I don't unbox the game. It's a reaction clip where Destiny doesn't react to anything. What the fuck, dude? That's great. What a fucking dunce. Because I was interested to see what he was going to say. He didn't say anything. He literally didn't say anything. Well, that was worthless. That was completely worthless. Should we watch the buyer's market for cars? Should we watch apparently Asmongold thinking that I hate him? Or should we watch the clip of me trying to defend myself after apparently I found out that Asmongold thought I hated him? I don't even know which one to watch because I don't know the context for these. Like this one I remember distinctly. This was my first time even knowing about a streamer named Destiny, but I don't want to watch 22 minutes. It's probably going to suck, right? 22 fucking minutes? Do I really want to watch this? He got a 277,000 view video about talking about a fucking car that I had and then probably trying to come to my stream and getting banned because I didn't want to talk to him about cars or something like that, right? Yeah, this one is from Diablo. I remember I was playing Diablo or something and someone brought up Asmongold and I casually mentioned him for like a minute. And then he watched the clip and out of the clip, he thought that like I hated him or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, I don't hate the guy at all, right? It was so confusing. Do you want to watch this one? This is another 19-minute fucking video. 529,000 views because he says that he thinks that I hate him. I don't hate him. I don't even know him, right? Let's watch a little bit of this one.
Dark Side Phil was unhappy about the fact that I exist. Welcome.
That's correct. I hate this man with a passion. Obviously, I know so much about him. I study him 24/7. I creep on the guy. I know all of his information, all his deets. I hate him and his lifestyle and everything he does. In reality, I've literally never seen a video of him do anything besides this. This is like the only thing I've ever seen. I think during when Keemstar and what's his name? He Productions or whatever the fuck it is, when they were having their little spat on the internet, I think I watched him react to it. And that was like the one piece of content I ever saw of him. And then this. So this is like, I don't know how people could say that. Because again, look whose video he's watching. He's watching Memology 101. He's watching a detractor clip spin something incorrectly out of context to make drama. He's not watching DSP from his real content in context. He's watching the detractor. Do you see the fucking pattern here? Every single person who doesn't like me and makes this negative shit about me watches the detractor video. They don't actually watch the original content to see the context. They watch the detractor who spins it out of context and then they believe it is fact. So I can't make people be smart and not watch that shit. You know what I mean? I just can't.
Welcome to the club. There have been a lot of new members recently. I've been seeing them on my Twitter. I hope you enjoy your stay.
I need banana, tasty banana. Is this the song? Is this the song from Donkey Kong? Because I never heard it before. All right, I gotta hear this.
Put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in then.
Squeeze banana. All right. That was good. See, that's funny as hell. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. That's funny. That's funny as hell. I don't know why that's a negative meme. That's a funny as shit meme. That's funny, man. Obviously, I did it on purpose, right? I did it on purpose because I'm playing a game I hate. I hate Donkey Kong 64 with a fucking passion. I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to stay sane, right? Oh my God, that's the first time I ever saw it. So, by the way, I'm just going to say this now, and I'm going to start mentioning it on streams. I've said it before, but people don't listen, so I just want to reiterate, and I want to make this a new rule on my stream. Okay, get ready for this. All right? My streams are my own. My streams are my business. Okay? Literally, they're my business. Like, this is my job.
Oh,
okay?
Okay.
They're so angry that I do this for a living, and they have to go work their shitty fucking 9-to-5 job or whatever it is. If I feel the need to mention things such as, hey, guys, would you like to support the stream or whatever, and mention the ways you can support or anything like
What
that,
the
that's...
fuck does this have to do with Diablo? You're not...
No, that's the point. You're watching a detractor clip, so the detractor will take the moment, right? And be like, so here's what Phil talked about on the whole stream of Diablo. No, it's not. I played like 3+ hours of Diablo on the stream. This is like 20 seconds of it. But they take it out of context. Like, this is, see, Phil made a big deal about this. No, I didn't. It was just something I said quick, and then we moved on. But that's the point, is that that's what the detractors do, you see? So now he's watching a clip, and he's confused. And you would be. If this is the clip you were watching, you'd be like, is this all Phil does all day on his streams? He's talking about this? No, not at all. But you're watching the out of context clip from the detractor who makes it look like that.
Not even done with the campaign. Like, come on, man.
I think he's razzing. It's not your business to bring up, oh, look, I think it's a slow...
This guy tried the Asmongold challenge before it was popular. Remember that?
Stream tonight, and people should support and stuff like that. That's literally not your place nor your job. It's not appreciated, and a lot of people get annoyed by it. So it's a new rule. You are not allowed to mention a slow night. You are not allowed to mention that people need to step up and contribute. If I see that kind of behavior on my streams, that is a moderating act.
What?
It's a new rule. You are not allowed to mention a slow night. You are not allowed to mention that people need to step up and contribute. If I see that kind of behavior on my streams, that is a moderating action, in which case you will be timed out and or banned from the stream, just as if you broke any other rule. It's my stream, my choice if I want to bring that up. If you keep bringing it up, you're out of here. It's
He's not talking about viewer guys, talking about money.
Yeah, because these are trolls. And again, he doesn't know the context. The reason that happened is because I had trolls at this time. I remember this was happening. There were groups of trolls that were coming into the chat, and they were acting like they were legit viewers, which they weren't. They were sock accounts. And they would be like, oh, it's a slow night. Oh, he's not making any money. Oh, support the stream. Oh, now I'm not doing that. I'm playing the game. But then people would be like, oh, you see, when you go on Phil's streams, all you see about is they're talking about money. I'm not even talking about money. I'm playing Diablo. But I'm not allowed to because these idiots keep coming in and derailing the chat with money. They're doing it on purpose to make me look bad. So then this was the rule that I said. I said, listen, for me, if I want to bring that up, that's my prerogative. It's my business. It's my stream. You're not allowed to just come into my chat and start begging from my audience to contribute to me. That's not your job. You're not my employees, right? You don't just do that. You understand? So that's what the context of that. Now, if you just watched this clip, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you would be confused as hell. And it sounds like Asmongold is, and I don't blame him, right? I'd be confused too.
It's not. It's about money.
I'm the exception to the rule, all right? Now, the thing is, has it been a rule before? It has, but it's never been like a rule that I outright spoke and said stop. Yeah. You know, sometimes I saw people doing it too much. I would mention it,
he can
but
do what he wants.
It's that simple. You know, people don't want to be advertised. Once again, I love this. You can see that it's all desynced because it's a detractor video and they put no effort into their work. So it's fucking desynced. My voice isn't synced with the video. You know, Not that you could watch my real video and get the real good quality. Instead, you get this terrible quality, desynced crap, right? Great video. Guys, to all night. And there's some trolls who come in here.
Yeah.
They act like they're regular viewers, and then they'll just say that shit all night because they want to annoy people who are legit viewers. So if I see it, you're out of here. It's that simple.
DSP cult leader.
All right, so I'm going to remove Evil Ann because Evil Ann is literally saying every troll contrarian thing possible. Everyone else tonight saying, hey, the volume was too loud, lower it. They're just sitting there saying, oh, the volume's too low, like it louder. So you can say goodbye and never come back. Okay.
What are we doing? What the fuck is?
Oh! Bye, Dad. Lord Albert says, has that ever been Bye, Dad. That's the Assassin's Creed. That is your dad, isn't it? That's your father in the game. I tossed his dead body off the cliff. I remember that. Does he know that? Like, did he play that game so he knows the context of the clip? Come back. Okay. Oh! Bye, Dad. Lord
Just so fucking stupid. What?
Albert says, have I ever been so drunk I fought a goat? No.
What?
Albert says, have I ever been so drunk I fought a goat? No. The drunkest I ever was probably in the first half of the 2000s. I was working as a intern at a life insurance company, and they flew us out to their. So why where in here does he get into that he thinks I hate him, right? Because this is all out of context shit. Like, I mean, he's laughing at me and stuff, but where does he think that I hate him? That's what I need to know. And sadly, there's like no timestamp on the video. Or should we click here? Have I ever punched a bee? Because that's a meme too. Did you know I actually did the other day? I swear to God I did. I was grocery shopping, and I was putting the groceries into the trunk of my car. And a bee flew up right in my face, and just on reaction, I literally went like this, and I punched the fucking bee straight in the face, like boom. I swear to God, it wasn't even intentional. It was like, what the, oh, and it like flew away. I just cold cocked it, boom. And it just said, ugh, and it flew away. So I actually did punch a bee legit last weekend. Well, what was my day off? Wednesday? Last Wednesday, I punched the bee straight in the face. It was completely random. Because people have asked me that before. I don't remember what my answer was, but I legit did. So there you go. Well, let's see if we can get anything out of it.
So true.
Not that I'm criticizing. Have you seen the pictures of Asmongold's place?
Oh.
Because everyone has, right? You've seen the picture. It's a meme on the internet. That this guy, I guess, is kind of like a hoarder, and he doesn't really like clean or throw shit out. This whole place is a giant cluttered cave, like where he streams from, and everyone talks about this. Like, that's the one meme I know about the guy. I literally don't know anything else besides he's in a dark, just stuffed, cluttered cave setup is how he streams, right?
I mean, he's got me there. He's not wrong. I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
That it looks like he's a hoarder. It's full of trash and clothes and shit everywhere. It looks like a pigsty. And
no, listen, it is a... I don't live in a crack house. I live in a crack home. Okay? This is my home. I live here, and it's very nice. I
he's
don't
able
need
to live.
anybody.
And by the way, it's not me, crapping on the guy. This is just factual observations from the internet. So I think someone had asked me that or something during the stream. Like, no, that's not me being negative. It's a factual observation, right? That's what everyone says.
Somebody to approve of this. I'm not sorry. And it's not going to change.
Nah, good.
And it is interesting. I thought he didn't know you. He knows me. Of course he knows me. Of course.
No, I don't. I don't know him. All I know is that one meme. Like, that's what you see pictures, like, on Twitter and shit. Like, this is Asmongold's setup, and it's, like, a ridiculously dark, insanely cluttered room with 100 soda cups next to it and shit. And I don't even know if that's his setup. I mean, but that's the meme, right? Like, that's the only thing I know. about the guy. At this point, anyway. This was over a year ago.
I thought he said didn't know you. Yeah, but that's not what. But you know what?
No, but it's the meme. Everyone knows the meme. I don't know him. I don't watch his content, but everyone knows the meme. Like, everyone knows my meme. You may know nothing about DSP, but you know the meme about me. You know what I'm talking about, right? So it's the same concept.
I mean, come on.
I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
I didn't say he had to live in my house. I never said he had to live in my house.
Is this really it? This is the clip? Like, this is, oh, he hates me, but he knows it's bullshit. He's just doing this for drama, get some views. That's all this is. I literally don't say anything negative about the guy. Besides that, I think. Like, because what do you do when you sit around for 18 fucking hours? That's what happens, right?
Well, I would do this even if I didn't stream.
So, I mean... Oh, really? So he's saying he would live like that even if he didn't stream? Well, there you go. I mean, he can admit that if he wants, I guess. But again, these are honest questions I'm asking. Yeah. This is not a criticism. Hey, if these people can do it and actually have a real life and maintain all that, more power to them. I don't know how they do it, you know? Hey, that's just real talk, all right? See, but then you get morons who make fun of...
He's wearing a hat. He's in... What are you doing wearing a hat in the house? Why you wear a hat in the house, man?
You gotta wear a hat.
What is this? What's he doing with the hat on? He lives in Seattle. He wears that hat, bro.
That's right.
What are you doing wearing that?
I gotta wear hats. I gotta protect myself from all this bullshit on the internet.
Goal? You telling me people gave him money to wear this hat?
That's right.
People paid for this.
Yes, they love it. Look, I'm giving them one for free.
Oh, fuck. We gotta start streaming on YouTube.
Talk, all right? See, but then you get morons who make fun of me. Oh, he doesn't have a family. Okay, fuck you. Yes, I do. Go fuck yourself. I hate people who say disgusting shit like that. I don't have a family just because I don't have a human child. Apparently, I don't have a family. Okay, go fuck yourself. He can go fuck himself. Gothic Bad Boy, what does what you just said have anything to do with our discussion? He says, a lot of streamers exercise. That would make you feel better. What the fuck does that have to do with our discussion right now?
Does DSP not work out or exercise?
No, I actually do. I told you. Now you guys know I have a treadmill. And if I need to work out, I work out on the treadmill. If I'm not feeling good or if I'm gaining some weight or whatever, that's how I lost the weight. Because a lot of people were asking. They noticed that over the last couple of years that I've actually dropped some weight. 2-3 years ago, I was around 210 pounds. Now I'm down to 195. And people were seeing this and streamed, and I didn't want to say nothing. But then recently, in the last month and a half, 2 months, I realized I don't have to hide the truth about shit anymore. I was like, yeah, I have a treadmill. And when I want to, I don't do it all the time. It's not a regular thing, but I walk the treadmill, and that's how I lose the weight. So if I notice I'm starting to gain weight again, I'll jump on the treadmill for a few weeks, on and off, like every other day. And then all of a sudden I lose it again. Because all it is, it's like water weight and shit, from not exercising regularly. And then it comes right back off. And then I'm good again. I want to get down to 185. But no. So this is when people were criticizing me, acting like I don't work out and shit. They didn't know that I actually do. But they were just morons, This is what I mean. It's none of anyone's fucking business anyway.
I exercise pretty regularly. I haven't in the last week, to be fair. But yeah, I
We're talking about work-life balance and how people apparently are playing 18 hours on launch day for 3 days of beating a game in 3 days. What does that have to do with me taking time out from streaming to exercise? You want to talk, like, what are you speaking of, right? It makes no sense what you're saying. His own chat is roasting him. They said Asmongold driving to Wendy's does not count as exercise. Damn. Damn, they roasted him. You're just trying to get me in a gotcha moment. Oh, so you don't exercise. What are you talking about? How does that even make sense? It makes no fucking sense at all. Right? It makes zero sense.
He's playing it. He's not playing it on a wait, what the I just realized. He's playing Diablo on a fucking console?
Yeah, because I didn't have a PC. Now I do. Now, of course, I would play it on PC, but I didn't have a gaming PC.
What the hell is he doing playing on a console for? He can play on a PC.
What
in the hell?
How does that make any sense? I do feel that there's just ridiculous, unfair comparisons between content creators.
Maybe.
See, and here you go. So here's his chat. His chat says, does this guy ever play games or does he just rant all day? I literally play games the vast majority of the time that I'm on stream. But when you watch these out-of-context detractor clips, you would think that all I do is rant about shit all day because they literally take everything out of context. You see? It's fucked up. This is why. Why do you think a guy like Asmongold might have a negative opinion about me? Because the only exposure he gets about me is detractor clips that are all out of context, right? My shit doesn't show up in the YouTube algorithm. You can't find it on its own. All you find is the detractor spin. So, of course, that's what he sees. And that he thinks, wow, Phil's a piece of shit. He just sits there ranting all day. And look, he's making fun of people who stream for 18 hours and blah, blah. And no, like, that's not the case at all. But that's what they believe. They wouldn't even think that he's right. They wouldn't even think that I'm playing the game. These people are watching this clip for the first time. They think, wow, this guy's an asshole. Right? Thank you to Little Shake and Bake for a super sticker there. That's another $1. Thank you. Guys, please support the stream if you're enjoying it. I know we have a good amount of viewers today. Overall, thank you for the likes. I didn't even look. We have 120 likes and climbing. Let's get that to 150 likes, my friends. All right? Please like the stream if you're enjoying it today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for those who became members or gifted memberships today. Let's get some more support. I mean, we have 2 super chats and 1 tip. Let's get more than that before the podcast ends, shall we? Okay.
We'll have to send Darkside Phil a Starforge. I'm sure that would work out great.
You gotta understand that everyone's different. I don't even know what that means. Everyone is living in different life. Was he promoting a PC or something at the time? Is that what he was doing here? He was promoting a PC? And people were even saying, do it, but he never contacted me. I have open business line contacts. You can email, you can DM me on Twitter, you know. He never contacted me. At this point, because this would have been what? The middle of last year? To be honest, if he had contacted me and said, hey, would you like a gaming PC? I would have been like, yeah, why wouldn't I? Because look, just an example perspective here, right? So I got this PC in August. Look how it's changed my content. I've already branched out playing new kinds of games, different games, better versions of games. The online play is superb. I'm whooping ass in Call of Duty. I'm doing good in Street Fighter 6. The PC has literally changed my content, correct? So, yeah, it would have been great to get it, but I didn't get any contact from this guy at all. People are saying he owns a PC making company and that's it. So what happened? Because look, his chat told him to do it, right? His chat literally was saying, do it, do it. He never reached out, so I don't know what's supposed to happen there. I don't know how his company works, but just because one person does something one way does not mean that's the way to do it.
That's true.
Nor does it mean that, you know, that they're any better or worse than anyone else. Obviously, anyone who has a following on the internet is doing it in a way that works for their viewers. So who are you to criticize and say, this is better, this is worse, right? I used to live...
Didn't he just say about, like, you know...
that lifestyle, like, no, I didn't. I said, I don't know how you could do it. I said, I don't know how you could sit there for 18 hours playing a game. It's unhealthy. You know, I have a family and a life, a shit I need to get to. I can't just sit here and play on a stream for 18 hours straight. That's what I was saying. But then I just said, well, the more power to him. If he's able to do it and his followers like it and he's doing it healthy or whatever, then good for him. So no, I wasn't. No exaggeration. I used to live that lifestyle where I would just sit there and just play endlessly. Before I was streaming, and I was just doing the on-demand videos on YouTube, I would sit there and record endlessly because I had no family, no responsibilities, nothing to do but just play games all week. So that was me. And by the way, that was when I was at my most unhealthy. I was constantly drinking. I was eating unhealthy food because I didn't have time to cook because I was just recording constantly. That was the worst part of my life. Now I'm in a much, much, much better part of my life. And I'm happy with the balance I have, but the trade-off is now I need time for personal life, and therefore I can't sit here for 12, 14 hours playing games every day. You see?
Around here, even that's hard to come by.
I mean, you're...
That's it. That's the whole video.
Oh, I remember this. Watch how he reacts. This is classic. The end of this is classic because I saw this at the time, remember? And that's when he did the next reaction to it, right? But watch this. Watch how he ends it. This is great.
Man, that's really something, huh?
Watch this. Watch this.
That was really something. What was even the point of watching that? I don't know.
Exactly. What was the point of watching that? There's no fucking point to any of the shit that my detractors clip. It doesn't make any sense. There was nothing there. There was no fucking harsh criticisms. There was no me slamming Asmongold. It was a joke. The detractors lie constantly. Like, look at the title of the fucking video. DSP trash talks Asmongold, calls him a no-life, bans anyone saying he doesn't have a real family. That didn't even happen. I didn't trash talk him. I asked legit questions about his lifestyle and how he plays games because I don't understand it because I could never do it. Then I say, hey, more power to you. Do whatever you want that works for your audience, but it wouldn't work for me. Did I call him a no-life? No, I never insulted him. Did I ban anyone saying I don't have a real family? I said, yeah, you fuckers saying that are banned because you're insulting me. You're pieces of shit. Was there anything of any substance in that video at all? No. It's a waste of time to watch it. But it had 655 likes and thousands of views because the people who watch my detractor content are empty fucking headed. They have no brains. So they'll just read that title and then they believe that's what the video is. Even though it's not even in there. I didn't even insult him once in the video. But they think that that's what the content is. Right? Because they're that stupid.
No. Somebody linked it to me.
Yeah, see?
They said, look at this video. He's talking shit about you. You've got to watch it.
This is Asmongold felting memology. Saying, dude, this video is a waste of time. Your fucking content is crap. This didn't even happen in the video. Why did we watch it? He was waiting. He was literally waiting for the big moment when I was going to slam him and say something nasty about him, and I never did it. So he's like, why did we watch this video?
Oh my God. And this has 500 comments?
See?
And it's just a hate watcher channel?
See? He's the same mentality as me. He's like, I can't fucking believe this shit exists. I agree with you. There's this many dumb people on the planet, Asmongold. There's this many dumb fucks. They're actually that stupid. They actually believe this garbage. We are of like mind on this. This is fucked up. This is why no one understands who I am or the content I make, because people watch this trash. They're that dumb. I mean, holy shit. Asmongold felts my detractors right here, right? So, by the way, there's one more. And now listen to this one. DSP desperately defends himself after insulting Asmongold. Let's see what this one is. I have not watched this one. You have no clue what context means, do you? Do you understand what context is? Context does not mean someone edited a clip so you're saying something. Have you seen the pictures of Asmongold's place? That it looks like he's a hoarder. It's full of trash and clothes and shit everywhere. It looks like a pigsty. Saying a swear word they never said. Correct. Because it's correct. And he admitted it. He literally admitted it. So what's the point? All right, let's keep going. Because they took little blips of things they said and edited it together to make it sound like it or something.
That's crazy.
Right? That's not what I'm saying. Have you no idea what context is? Context means, in the capacity of making sense in a line of discussion, something means one thing. But if you pull it out of that line of discussion, it means completely something else. An example here would be the Asmongold discussion. Number one, I never brought up Asmongold. A viewer did, right? I didn't know anything at all. So I'm taking someone's word for it. It wasn't a name drop. I didn't drop the name. A viewer did, but that's not in the clip. The clip cuts that part out where I'm reading off what the viewer said. That makes it out of context. That's not fair to me.
You dumbass.
Wait a minute. He's watching another detractor video. Because you notice the cut? He's watching yet another detractor video. So he actually is watching it out of context. The whole point is about context. So he's watching a detractor video that's out of context about being in context. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. What's up, Cracker Jacks? How are you? Yakko Mighty says you need Asmon on the podcast. I don't know how to contact it. Like, I've tried a couple times over the years to, like, DM him and stuff. He doesn't respond to anything. So I have no clue how to contact this man. Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with him, but I have no clue how to do it. I don't know how to reach out to him. I don't know how to get his attention because all I know is how, like, I DM him and you get nothing. Nothing back. So I don't even think he reads his DMs. He probably gets thousands of them, right? Also, the line of discussion began when people were saying to me, Phil, the reason that people aren't really following along these RPG playthroughs because it takes a long time. If you spent 3-4 days just playing these games as they release, then maybe you actually get somewhere. If you get really far into the games, you get through most of them in a few days. Why should we do that? If you cut that whole early conversation out, all it sounds like is I'm criticizing others for doing.
Have you seen the pictures of Asmongold's place? That it looks like he's a hoarder. It's full of trash and clothes and shit everywhere.
So that's it. The only clip that they have is me describing his place, which is factually true, which is what everyone says, which is the meme on the internet, which is what he confirmed. That's your point? There's no point. That's like the equivalent of me trying to like be upset because someone brought up my incident, brought it up. That's the meme about me. It happened. It's the meme about me. All right, fine. That's not even an insult. Saying it happened factually is not an insult. Saying his place is like a hoarder's place is not an insult. It's true. He admitted it. Same thing with me. Yeah, I had an incident on the internet. It was embarrassing. It was a long time ago, but it happened. I owned it. Okay. So what? Right? I don't even get it. None of this makes any sense at all.
It looks like a pigsty. You understand the concept of context. Your clip shows you have no idea what it is, and the fact that you just think that someone takes something that I said on screen without editing it makes it truthful or makes it meaningful or makes it, oh, so you said that, so therefore we didn't make anything up. It just shows how dumb you are. This must be true, and this must be true, and this must be true.
That's the end of the video. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
See, he's of the same mind as me. He doesn't understand it. He's laughing at it because he realizes what a fucking circus show this is. That these detractor clips are ridiculous. Again, did the detractor clip actually say anything new? No. Did it take stuff out of context? Yes. Did it try to create drama where it didn't exist? Yes. That's all they do. That's literally all they do. You see, and then he's laughing at it again. I mean, he felt it in first. He says, that's it. This guy has this many likes, this many comments, this many views on a video that's an out-of-context bullshit video that has no meaning. It says in it that he insulted me, and he doesn't even insult me in the video, right? So he's laughing about it. Then he watches the next day. There's another clip about it. And again, it's not happening. Again, twice in a row. He watches the clip, and it's bullshit 2 days in a row, you know? So I assume he stopped watching after this, right? So, yeah, I mean, we're of the like mind on this shit. You know what I mean? It's complete nonsense. Excuse me. Oh, you gotta love this. Look who was making videos about me 2 years ago. I see a familiar name there. Super crazy. Someone who needs a jacket, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment. That was interesting. I'll see what I can get out of this. Maybe make some clips out of it, but if anything, what we've seen is very definitive evidence that this is exactly why the internet for so long didn't like me. Because they wouldn't actually talk to me. They wouldn't actually watch my content. They wouldn't actually even get the true story on anything that happened. They would literally go and just watch detractor clips. And the detractor clips are false, misrepresented, false titles, clickbait titles. The shit that they're saying happens in the videos doesn't even happen in the video. I mean, that memeology, that's all he does. I remember he's the guy I told you years ago, I'm playing a game. That's a terrible game. And at the end of a stream, I got angry. I was out of time. And I was trying to beat this thing quick before the end of the stream. And the game killed me. I was like, fuck. And I got mad. I turned it off. The next day, I turned the game back on. Kept playing it. I was one of the few people to even beat that game. Memeology video, Phil rage quits the game. Rage quit. I didn't rage quit. I beat the whole game. I was one of the few people on the internet who actually kept playing and finished the game. But he makes a clip, Phil rage quit the game. It's literally a lie. Every video he makes is a lie. Right? They're all fake. And that's the best part about it. It's complete trash. Is that all you got to do is look at the real content, and you know that everything they say is slander, bullshit, defamation, nonsense, just drama for a brain-dead, mouth-drooling audience who want to believe whatever they want just to have drama. And then the problem is good people who don't know me watch the drama clip, don't understand this is drama farming for clickbait views. They think it's real, and then they watch it and they think, wow, Phil actually doesn't like me. Phil means that he really hates me. Wow, let me watch the clip. And then they go watch the clip, and he laughs. And he's like, wait, that didn't even happen. What the fuck is he talking about? What? That's not even in the clip. And he laughs at it. So there you go. I'm sure there's more and more and more of this that we could watch, right? People reacting only to the detractor shit about me. That's not true. And then they believe it. And then next thing you know, toxicity, negativity, everyone hates DSP. And this is what's been going on for the greater part of a decade, right? Well, I would hope that people would be smarter than this now, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? This content farming on YouTube has become so toxic and so disingenuous. It really is gaming the system. This is why for so long, their videos showed up ahead of mine. They literally use hashtag DSPGaming, hashtag DarkSidePhil, hashtag. You know what I'm saying? They did that. And then, so when people search for my content, their content comes up first. And then people just believe it based off the title. They don't even watch the video. They just believe it. All right, guys. Well, that's that. We have a few extra minutes before we adjourn the show today. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on stuff. By the way, we're at 140 likes, 10 more to get to 150. Let's do it. Tag me in the chat at DSPGaming. And or if any contributions come in, I will shout them out. Please contribute to the stream. Right now, it's been a really slow start to the day. I hope that it picks up. I'm playing Street Fighter all day. And by the way, I don't know if these heat blinds are working. Like, right now, I can already tell you this room is heating up right now dramatically. It's going to be 80 degrees outside today. And the sun is on full blast. And I have reflective blinds now. It's supposed to be reflecting the sun back so that I'm not hot. And I don't know. It's heating up bad in here right now. So this is going to be something else today. Trying to learn. Trying to fucking learn this character and play with him competitively online when I'm sweating it out. Ugh. I guess we'll have to see. So what do you guys want to talk about? My PC is a personal heater. The PC itself over here, it doesn't run too warm. Let me actually test that here. A little bit. Yeah, only the top of that gaming PC even gives off any heat. All the sides and the back and everything is actually quite cool. Just the top, you put your hand over it, you can feel some warm air blowing out the top. But that's it. Probably this PC over here is worse, the streaming PC, because that's a beast and it's been here for 10 years and probably doesn't have good heat cooling technology anymore. Half the fans died on it and shit. No, but you're right. Having two PCs now on in this room, plus two monitors over here, plus the TV over here, the laptop right here. It's a lot of electronics in a confined space. If I could have air circulation, it wouldn't be as bad. If I had a fan to circulate the air in the room, I'd probably be much cooler. But I don't have that. I want to get that. Like I said, that's one of the things I want to do is I want to have an electrician come to the house and install a couple of fans, one in my dining room and one in this office, so that way I can circulate the air and cool down a bit. Instead of being overheated on days like this. Because, here's the deal. In another month, it ain't going to matter because it's not going to be 80 degrees outside anymore. In another month, it's going to be 50 degrees outside, in which case, even if the sun's out, it won't be that warm in here. I'll be fine. The problem right now is we're having the remnants of the end of summer while I don't have an air conditioner, and I'm trying to find solutions with these reflective curtains in. I don't know, man. Turtle Sniffer, I am playing WWE Champions tomorrow night for the second half of the Ninja Turtles event, which is continuing. No, you cannot get a treadmill stream. When I work out and how I work out is my business, not yours. It has nothing to do with you. And it's very bizarre you would want to see me walk on a treadmill regardless. Fucking weird. Could you crowdfund for an LTG collab offer 5K? No, his offer went up to 25K. And the guy's not worth anything like that at all. I would never pay that man for a collab because he's not worth the money at all. He's just not worth it. You really think that collabing with LTG is worth $25,000? Like, at most, if we actually did content together, I could see us making maybe a couple grand each, right? At most. There's no fucking way that the guy is worth $25,000. He's out of his mind. Yeah, it would be nice to get a Fatal Fury cap for Terry Bogard. In fact, someone had offered me one, and I said sure, but then I never heard from them again. Someone had said they found a place that has them, and that they were actually going to buy one and send it to me, but they never followed up. So because they never followed up, I never got it. Yeah. Gage says, this is my first time seeing Terry Bogard. I don't play SNK games. Well, he's an interesting character. We'll see how he pans out in the game today. Will I ever have viewers on the podcast? Perhaps. I don't want every guest on this podcast to end up being like a YouTuber or stuff like that. Even though those are interesting, don't get me wrong. I would certainly like to have other kinds of guests. But again, I'm working on it. Like, there's one person who I'm really interested in having on, but it's really hard to contact them. Every time I try to contact them, I hear from them like once a week tops. It's like, man, I wish they would just respond more frequently, but they don't. I got one person who I'm trying to get on, but their schedule's all over the place. So I don't know when they can make it. They may be here on Thursday. They may be next week. They may not be out at all. I got a few people who basically would be available even in October or November. They can't do it right now, but they'd actually be able to, you know, for October or November, they'd be able to come on. But I also have, you know, some ideas for people who maybe aren't fans, aren't viewers, but have something to say. They just want to be interviewed. You know, I've got some ideas. The thing is, I don't want to just do it all the time, right? I've actually enjoyed not having guests on for a little bit. It allows me to get more into a regular pattern here, right? It gets me to have more normalcy to what I'm doing instead of just, okay, entire schedule's thrown for a loop this week because we have guests and we have this and we have that. I've enjoyed having like a week and a half that's been normal. Now, tomorrow that'll be different because I'm going to go on this Cultaholic show, but I've liked that. So we'll see how it goes moving forward. You know, in October, I literally don't have anything set. I have one guest who absolutely will be showing up in October. I just don't know what week yet. So I have one guest set. I have a couple other guests that are maybes for October. They will eventually be on the show, but I just don't know when yet because it depends on a lot of factors. Maybe October at some point. Okay. And then I have people who I'm working with, but I you know, they're like hard to reach. And that's frustrating because they're interesting people who I know I would love to have an interview with, but it's taking forever. You know what I mean? Okay. A fan call-in segment? No, we're not doing that. I'm not giving open fan call-ins on Discord and shit, because then everyone will have my Discord. I'm not fucking around with that. No. Would I consider Terry a Shoto? I don't know. It depends on how he plays this game. We have to see how he plays in the game. Originally, Terry was meant to be the SNK equivalent of Ken and Ryu. He has a fireball. He has an anti-air with invincibility, and he has a forward-moving, advancing, fast reaction move that can lead to countering certain attacks. So basically, he has a Hadouken, he has a Shoryuken, and he has a Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku Hurricane Kick. He has the three basic things that make you a Shoto, you see? But the properties of those moves have changed dramatically in his versions and appearances in various games. So depending on how he plays in Street Fighter 6 will determine that. We have to see how he plays. I may do something with Call of Duty in the future when Call of Duty comes out, where people can join a lobby or something like that. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with Street Fighter. We already tried it, and after a few sessions of it, people were bored of it and didn't want it anymore. People told me outright, we are bored of you basically beating up on the viewers. And I was like, well, that's what you wanted. You wanted fan lobbies where people could join and fight me. And yeah, I just happened to beat up on all of them because I'm good at the game. So people got bored of it, and I said, all right, we'll stop doing it. And we went back to doing ranked because everyone was demanding that I play ranked constantly and get everyone to master. So I did. Did I have past success playing with Terry? I mean, I like the character. The thing is, when you say past success, in what? Because SNK fighting games just have never really been played competitively in the United States. At the time when I was entering Street Fighter tournaments and things, there was no SNK competitions. They were always like second or third fiddle. It was Street Fighter, and then it was like Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, that kind of shit. And then under all of that was SNK. After a while, SNK got pushed down, Mortal Kombat got pushed down, and ended up being Street Fighter and Tekken. You see? So, I don't even know, you know, how he would, like, in a competitive setting, how would I have done well with him? I have no clue. I've never done it before. Yeah, I've played casually games online with him, and I've done well. I think I was using him in the one day that I played FCC Chaos, we were using him, and he's pretty good. But, you know, I can't answer that because I haven't really done it consistently, right? A lobby for the MVC collection? It may be possible now. Remember, the lobbies weren't working until just this week with this patch. If the lobbies now work, maybe one night I could open a lobby and have people actively join me for the MVC collection. But I'm going to be honest, that's going to be even worse than Street Fighter 6. It just is. It's going to be worse because I played the shit out of those games back in the day. You see, when I play the randoms, I'm just spanking pretty much every single person. You know, there's a couple rare cases like the guy last night who fucking basically abused the netcode and you couldn't block anything he did, which is preposterous. I mean, it's not how the game is played. But for most part, when I'm playing these people, it's just, there's nothing going. It's just spankings because I just know way more than them. I used to play these games so much in arcades. I have so much experience in them, you know? All right. Are we good? Is that it? All right, guys. I think what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the other stream. Because remember, I did it differently today. This stream was its own podcast stream. Then this is going to lead everyone over to the Terry Bogard premiere stream, which I'll start in like 5 minutes. I'll probably end this stream, go pee, you know, walk around the house, try to cool down because it's already hot in here. And then we'll come back and we'll start up with Terry Bogard, go through his character tutorial, some trials to learn basics, and then to go online with casual play and go from there. Okay? All right. For the few who were here and contributed, thank you. I do appreciate all the engagement. We're 4 likes away from 150 likes. Can we get 4 more people to give a like before I adjourn the podcast? Thank you for the memberships. And for the 2 people who super chatted and the 1 tipper, thanks. Hopefully we're going to get more than that when I start playing with Terry on the other stream. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I may do more stuff like this in the future because this was just an idea that I had on a whim. Is that I saw people talking about people on Twitter talking about me, and I started watching the clips, and I was like, this would be interesting and fascinating for me to react to on the show. It's some interesting content. So there you go. All right. Everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. And tomorrow, there is no show. Remember, there is no Level 1 podcast tomorrow because I'll be appearing on Cultaholic for the Desert Island Grap Show. There will be a podcast on Thursday, but whether it's a standard show or we'll have a guest appearing is up in the air. Obviously, I will let you guys know as soon as I know, and the soonest I will know is the night before. So outside of that, I am doing 2 streams tomorrow. I'm doing the casting of Frank Stone, and I'm doing the WWE Champion stream. So I hope you'll join me for those, and then I will see you Thursday morning on the show. Thank you all. Enjoy a day of Terry, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out.